apple cider vinegar. Hey, this is Dr. Randall. I'm a health and healing advocate and author. I do these Friday videos and try to do a shorter video on Tuesdays because my goal is to get you thinking about true health and healing, solving all these root causes to live your best, happiest, healthiest lives. And today I want to talk about apple cider vinegar, a series on Netflix based on a book called The Woman Who Failed the World, which is based on the story of Annabelle Gibson, an Australian wellness advocate who basically lied about her health, but built an empire based on that lie. She, because of her trauma in youth, she developed a storyline that she had brain cancer and she beat it holistically. And she kept to that story even as the shouts and cries for show us the truth, show us the scans, give us a doctor's name, all these things. She just kept digging in her heels that no, she did beat cancer, until later when she was really desperate, when she said, oh, now the cancer spread to other parts of her body, seeking sympathy from her followers. So it's a really fascinating series. Anyway, I have 8 lessons that I learned I want to pass on to you, and I will try to do it as quickly as possible. I have written an article with more detail on each of these, so please, I'll share it hopefully in the comments, and you can read the article if you want more information. So number 1, mainstream media is behind the curve. And if you didn't know that now, I'm just wanted to reinforce that. Both Elle Australia and Cosmopolitan magazines gave Belle, these brilliant awards, wellness woman, wellness warrior awards for what she did, even while all these questions were being raised about the truth of her story. So mainstream media is so far behind the curve on what's happening with nutrition, with health, with healing. Please go beyond that. Number 2, beware of frauds in the influencer space. The funny thing about these people is here are these wellness women, the 2 main characters, both preaching, plant-based and smoothies and all these holistic measures. But anytime they got stressed behind the scenes, they were drinking sugary beverages, eating ultra-processed foods because, those are comfort foods. But you have to live authentically. Every advice I give you, I do, or I've tried. And I live this life every day. I haven't had sugar in more than 2 decades. Processed sugar, that is. That's how I live my life. I don't miss desserts. I don't miss gooey sweet beverages. In fact, right now, if I had a sip of a soda, I'd probably spit it out. It was so sweet. All right, number 3, profits over people. We see that with the food companies today. We see that everywhere with big pharma. In this case, Bell claimed or tried to get people to download her app by saying the bulk of the money that you pay for the app will go to various cancer nonprofits. The problem is she liked those profits too much and didn't donate to those nonprofits. She spent that money on luxury cars, jewelry, vacations, and then she claimed a cash flow problem when she was finally confronted with that. Number 4, social media can be addictive. Ooh, we know that. Belle is shown desperately needing those loves and likes and sweet comments. We have to be really careful of that, especially because the dark side of that is comparison syndrome. Number 5, mental health affects us all. Obviously, this past trauma in Belle's life made her truly believe the story she made up, that she had cancer. And it was so convincing to her, she could not deny it no matter how many times she was confronted with the truth. Just fascinating. Number 6, beware of the wellness industry. I can't tell you how many headlines I see, I'll take 5 inches off your waist in 30 days and blah, blah, blah. Just be wary of all these claims. Health and healing is a slow journey, not a fast sprint. So beware of those claims. Number 7, holistic health scares some people. The producers of this this miniseries makes it quite evident that they don't believe in holistic health, and it's just unfortunate because I believe we are now finally turning the corner on something I realized decades ago, which is that chemotherapy, which destroys everything in your body, including all your immune cells, is the most barbaric thing we have ever created. And yes, it saved lives. Yes, it's killed many people. And yes, it brings cancer back, oftentimes in just a more horrific way. So, holistic methods work, especially if we do it preventatively. And that's the most important lesson I think you should learn. Finally, number 8, the show makes fun of apple cider vinegar. I was wondering, why is it called apple cider vinegar? And finally, you find out in the last episode. But apple cider vinegar is a fantastic and beneficial product that should be in all kitchens. You can read about benefits because I already have gone way too long on this video. So watch the series, focus on your health and healing, have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week.